Hey guys, how's it going? So this is a weekend video. I'm making videos pre-advanced simply because I have work on the weekend and I don't really have time to make videos. So I pre-make them so I can, release. And this is kind of like a future prediction video. So just recently AMD had earnings and I was watching a bunch of videos, hearing what people's thoughts are. On this CNBC video, there's a lot of people who talk, oh, AMD's overbought. I mean, like AMD, like I'm gonna sell my AMD position, and then there's also talks that AMD's overvalued, and so is AMD overvalued? In a sense, yes, but there's so many companies in this market that is overvalued, that is in bubble territory, that I think AMD still has room to move to the upside further. My opinion only. At the end of the day, I don't move the markets. Big money moves the market. So big money thinks the AMD stock is heading higher. They will push the stock price up higher. So we'll see what happens, but I really think AMD is heading up higher. I could totally be wrong, and as of making this video, we could see AMD back at $60, which would be a fantastic price if that was the scenario. So yeah, anyways, I would appreciate a thumbs up for this video, especially if I get the price prediction right. So by the time you watch this video, I'm predicting that AMD stock will be sitting at around $80, possibly higher. So $80 or above. If I got my prediction right, please give me a thumbs up. If I get it wrong, you can, more than welcome to give me a thumbs down for this video. So we'll see what happens in the future, but I think that big money, if they're pushing AMD stock up, I don't think they're just gonna pull the money out and collapse the stock price. I could be totally wrong. And a lot of people were arguing that, saying that, oh, AMD's PE ratio, it's so high, $1.58, because a lot of people make price prediction on PE ratio, and I'm telling you right now that PE ratios are not everything. You gotta look at the entire business, what kind of business they're in. You gotta look at the competitors. You gotta look at their market cap. You gotta look at the upcoming products. You gotta look at, are they a growth company? Will they grow and grow and grow and grow in the future, or will they just phase out and not be a growth story? You gotta look at all those factors when determining this stock. And I do believe that AMD is a growth story. I do believe that AMD is in markets, and I think in markets that make it more valuable. And I do believe that AMD should have a way higher market cap. I think AMD should be at least over $100 million market cap. At least over $100 million market cap. But if the stock market crashes, everything's going down. So it doesn't really matter. Is AMD in a bubble? Yeah, they are in a bubble right now. But so is Nvidia, so is Tesla, so is a bunch of people. Nvidia, so let's talk about Nvidia. Nvidia is a $251 billion company. AMD is a $79 billion company. AMD's in both the GPU and the CPU market, while Nvidia is only in the GPU market. A lot of people like Nvidia, and people would call AMD a bubble over Nvidia being a bubble. But I honestly believe that Nvidia is more of a bubble than AMD. Why? Because, they're only in the GPU market, and right now they are experiencing no competition from AMD at all. So they have free reign over GPU prices. That's why they have such a high gross margin. Nvidia makes about $3 billion per quarter, and their gross profit is $2 billion. So they make about 60% gross profit from their products. Why? Because they are making so much money from their products, because they have no competition. They're overcharging for their GPUs. So that, of course, their gross profits are going to be so massive, and that's the reason why they etch out like almost $1 billion a quarter of profits. Could that happen to AMD? I think that's possible, but and that's the reason why the EPS is the PE ratio is so low, is because they're making so much profit. But AMD is coming in with RDNA 2 technology, and that is going to take significant market share from NVIDIA, both on the servers front and from the consumers front. So NVIDIA is going to have to reduce prices to be competitive with AMD, and that is going to bring down their gross profit, and that's going to bring down their net revenue and their revenue and their gross profit, because they are going to lose market share, and they're going to have to lower prices to be more competitive with AMD with the RDNA 2. And there's also a rumor and a possibility that AMD could take the crown from NVIDIA. If that is the scenario, NVIDIA stock would crash real hard while AMD stock would gain momentum. So we will see what happens. But again, October and November, I'm really a skeptic on those in those months, because the presidential election is right around the corner in those in those months. And if Biden wins, I fear of a stock market crash, and market cap, PE ratio, none of that matters. Everything's going down. Everything is going down. So I don't think that matters at that point. But just from a business perspective, AMD is going to be stealing market share from NVIDIA with R&D 2. They're going to increase their gross margins. They're going to increase their revenue. And they are going to completely dominate Intel with Zen 3 for the next 8 months, simply because Intel does not have a product until the second half of 2021 to compete with Zen 3. So Zen 3 would have about 6 to 8 months of dominance with no competition. So they're going to increase their sales dramatically, and NVIDIA will experience a significant competition from AMD in the short term. So you know what? I think just because AMD is so competitive with NVIDIA and Intel, I think that AMD in the short term, I think in the next 2 to 3 months, I think AMD market cap is going to go to $120 billion. At least $100 billion in the short term, and my price target of AMD is roughly $100. I do believe that AMD is going to $100. I could be wrong. This is pure speculation on my part, but I just really think that AMD is going to bring the hurt to Intel and NVIDIA this coming holiday, and in 2021 they are going to be the leaders in gaming CPUs and GPU technology. And they're going to have a way higher market cap than what it is right now. But we will see. We will see what happens. I mean, yeah, AMD's in a bubble, but so is NVIDIA. So, and then, you got to also think about Intel. Intel's a $209 billion. They were $250, but Intel is losing market. If I told you that Intel was going to, if 2 years ago or 3 years ago, I said that AMD is going to destroy Intel in 2021 or 2020, everyone would call me an idiot and be like, Intel will never lose to AMD. Intel is the best. Intel has a lot of money. AMD can never compete with Intel. Yeah, that's what I would probably get if I told people that AMD is going to beat Intel in 2021 or 2020. No one would have believed me. No one would have trusted me. Everyone would call me an idiot. And right now it's happening. AMD is beating Intel. And there's a possibility that AMD could beat NVIDIA in 2021 with their new GPU architecture. So, yeah, AMD is a hot story right now. And they will grow revenues. They will grow profit. They will grow gross margins. And their PE ratio AMD's PE ratio will go down even though the market cap will go up in the future. $2.55 billion on a 44% gross margins. As long as they don't increase their R&D spending, I think that they will generate a significant amount of profits next quarter, because but it all depends on how much they spend on the R&D and the general administration. But I think they're going to generate significant amount of profits next quarter, but we will see what will happen. Dr. Lisa Su is doing such a good job at AMD right now, and that's why she deserves to be the highest paying CEO in the S&P 500, which is a pretty stellar achievement. And then let's look at Shopify, right? Shopify makes what, $470 million of revenue per quarter. They lose about, between $73 million to $35 million per quarter. They are growing their revenue steadily, but look at their market cap, man. Look at that market cap, $117 billion. If you call AMD overvalued, Shopify should be extremely overvalued. Extreme bubble territory. So you can't bring the argument that AMD is overvalued when there are companies in the market that are extremely overvalued, like Shopify. So can AMD go up higher? Absolutely. $117 billion. AMD, $79 billion. I think AMD will hit at least $100 billion, simply because they're in the technology space, and their competitors, Nvidia and Intel, both have a way higher market cap than them. So AMD deserves a higher market cap at the end of the day. But we will see. We will see what will happen. We will see how big money pushes AMD stock up. I don't control the market at the end of the day. Big money does. So, and then let's look at Zoom. PE ratio 1,492. Market cap of $71 billion. I can't even justify logic of why it's a $71 billion market cap company at all. If somebody wants to explain in the comments below and tell me that Shopify is, not overvalued and it's undervalued, and, please comment down below. Please let me know your thoughts. Please, if you think AMD is overvalued, you should think about Zoom. Zoom is clearly overvalued. Clearly overvalued. So, we'll see what happens, but, yep. And then let's look at Tesla. PE ratio 768.2. Market cap $273 billion. Tesla's a different story. I get it. But they're still a technology company. They're still a car company. If I told you that I thought Tesla was going to be $1,500, because I was screaming through the rooftop when Tesla was $200, but because of my stupid day trading idiocy, I had 400 shares in Tesla. 400 shares in Tesla at around $200, around $230, $40 average. But because I got brainwashed into listening to some of my subscribers, and they telling me that Tesla was overvalued, Tesla stock's gonna crash after earnings, blah blah blah, and then when Tesla didn't crash, I should have just jumped back into Tesla stock, just went all in, closed my eyes, all in, and I would have been really happy right now. I would have been a millionaire right now. I would have been a millionaire of Tesla stock if I just threw all my money into Tesla stock, because I truly believe that it was going to be at least $1,000. I was thinking that Tesla was going to be $1,000 by this time, but Tesla is now $1,500, almost $1,500. It went to almost $1,700 per share. Right now it's trading at $1,500 per share. Is Tesla a bubble? Absolutely, absolutely. I cannot tell you that Tesla is not a bubble. That's just, as a market participant, I cannot, because I won't buy Tesla at these prices, because the return on investment is just too small. It's way too small. I mean, if I bought, let's say, some Tesla stock at $1,400, I'm gambling that Tesla is going to $3,000 before a stock market crash. I just don't see that happening. I mean, it could. Tesla will continue to execute, that's for sure. Will the market give it a $3,000 market cap in a couple years? Maybe, if, you know, robo-taxi service comes out and, you know, everyone's using it. Tesla will be making way more cars. They're going to bring down the affordability. They're going to, you know, every car they built is self-driving. Tesla value will increase over time. I think, you know, eventually it will be $3,000, but I still can't invest. I still can't justify the stock price right now at these levels. Not until, you know, that more gigafactories are done, more you know, robo taxi service are up and operational at 100% efficiency. Then yeah, I could say Tesla would be a $3,000 stock. But for now, I don't see it happening. Not in the short term. Long term, yeah, maybe in a couple years, maybe, but you gotta remember that a stock market crash is also coming too, so Tesla stock could plummet back down to $500, $300 when the stock market crashes. So will it happen? It absolutely could happen, but we will see though. Tesla is loved by so many rich investors, so many retail investors. That's, you know, they have such a strong brand. Everyone knows about Tesla. If you go out and you tell people, do you know what a Tesla is? Everyone will be like, yeah, a Tesla is a car. Tesla is an electric car. Everyone will tell you Tesla is an electric car. Nobody does not know what Tesla is. That's why. And does Elon Musk go out and make advertise on YouTube for you know, Tesla branded cars? No. Absolutely not. But you see Toyota, you see GM, you see Ford, you see commercials all over the place for car companies. But Tesla, marketing? What's marketing? We don't market. We just sell. You know, that's how strong of a brand Tesla is. And then if you want to look at P/E ratio, look at Amazon. P/E ratio of 143. Can you justify 143 P/E ratio Amazon? I can't, but Amazon is. Amazon's in a big, giant, fat, ugly bubble right now, and will continue that way into the future. So, and you know, the market crash will happen. P/E ratio will be more, you know, more of a reasonable level, but we will see. The stock market right now, as I'm recording, is slightly red, slightly down. There is some big news regarding, you know, the big tech players tomorrow, so that could create a really red day tomorrow. But again, you guys won't see this video until the weekend, so who knows what's going to happen. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video of me arguing about AMD. Wow, I can't believe I made an 18-minute video out of this. That's amazing. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. Subscribe for future updates and have a great day. Bye.